I'm Kyle from Northwest Chicago Street Fest. We're here with Sam Getz from Welshly Arms. So Sam, did I hear you were homeschooled actually? You were homeschooled?
You heard that correct. Yeah.
That's really cool because me and Tyler are both homeschooled.
No way.
A big part of why we're doing this is because this is basically our journalism program at our school because we're homeschooled. So
Smart move.
that's
amazing.
really cool.
I wish we had podcasts when I was in high school. Yeah. That's so cool.
So that's just really cool. I never knew that about you. Wow, that's amazing. What would you say is the number one tip you would give to people for your success? You guys have had a lot of success.
Honestly, just believing that what you're setting out to do will mean something to somebody else. Because if it means something to you, there are other people like you, and it can touch souls, you know, and that applies to anything. It could be music, it could be something completely different. But if you believe that you've got something that you enjoy doing, that you love doing, just do it and get it out there, get it to the world. And so, like how you guys are doing the podcast, this is great. Like you're putting something out there into the world for someone else to enjoy, and I think that's the key. Just do it.
Just get it done, inspire people. And so Legendary was your biggest hit. It's kind of prophetic because after you said it's going to be legendary, and then it kind of got legendary because after that you guys went really big. What was the story behind writing that song?
Yeah, you're right. That was the song that I say really opened the doors. Like we were just playing locally around Cleveland, having fun, making music. That was the song that really took us a little wider and introduced us to audiences in Europe and all around the world. And that song was kind of inspired by a Cleveland legend, LeBron James.
Oh, really? How?
Yeah, well, all of us are big sports fans, and we're big Cleveland hometown sports fans. And LeBron, not only was he playing on the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time, but he was from Akron, Ohio, which is 45 minutes down the road from where we grew up. So we all grew up in the same area. He's about my age. And actually, we're almost, I think we're about exactly the same age. And so he was a very inspiring individual. And it was right, I wrote that kind of at the time where I just saw, like, this guy he is going to be one of the greatest players of all time. And it just kind of inspired me to write that song.
So, your new album, Wasted Words and Bad Decisions, is there a general message you think that this album is saying to your fans through the song?
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know how everybody kind of has their, like, COVID album? Definitely kind of was that. There was a lot of songs about, you know, how do we, like, kind of get back out of this funk that we're in. So there's some songs that deal with some of the depression that I was dealing with and some of us were dealing with, and like anti-socialism and like, you know, or sorry, not like being able to socialize, not political. And I was tired of that, like wondering, are we going to be back together? Are we going to be making music again? Are we going to be doing what we love and connecting with people again? And so a lot of these songs were like out of that anxiety. And then some of it was just a celebration too. When we did get back in the studio and we were making music together again, it just felt so good, and we kind of celebrated it. So that's really what that album is. It is the like coming out of a rough time where we weren't able to do what we loved with the people that we love. A lot of those songs kind of reflect that.
So, just a curious thing here. What were some of your favorite bands growing up?
That's an awesome question. I grew up really loving classic music that my dad introduced me to. A lot of rock and roll, like Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, a lot of soul-tinged blues stuff, a lot of Motown music, and Chicago blues. But I also love bands, actually another Chicago, Smashing Pumpkins was like an alternative band that I really loved. I loved that 90s grunge rock, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. So stuff with the guitar. That's probably what I really loved. And when there was some kind of soul, emotive energy, that's what I loved.
Thank you, Sam, for doing this interview.
Absolutely.